Good morning, Veterans Council veterans. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It's Monday morning, 17 August, and I tell you what, we got a lot of good things going on this week, Veterans Council veterans. Like I had told you before, one of them about Veterans Council veterans, we're constantly trying to find a way to stay engaged, keep you informed, and have an impact on the community. So one thing I want to mention about is that, as everybody ought to know about, when it comes to Veterans Council veterans, we really focus on these four areas: families, military sexual trauma, veteran suicide, and referrals. This next couple of weeks, you're really going to see a lot of us focus on military sexual trauma. But I do want to take a moment just to talk about veteran suicide. Even though we're not seeing on the news about veterans with maybe attempting suicide or die by suicide, trust me, it's still happening. And we got to find a way to be vigilant. Sometimes it's not just the 22 push-ups that we got to worry about. I mean, 22 push-ups is great, but I really would say that you can do a little more with, they say, 22 contacting 22 people, or donating 22 hours to a nonprofit that supports Veterans Council veterans. To me, that's more important than the money that you get, or the awareness. Awareness is important. It's a key to veteran suicide prevention, but really it's action and having that human connection. So you're going to see in a couple of weeks, we're going to create a campaign where we're going to try to encourage everybody, instead of the 22 push-ups, which is okay, or in addition to, how about contacting somebody you haven't talked to? Look for at least 22 people, not in one day, but at least for the month, that you can say, hey, how you doing? Hope that everything's a nonprofit that provides veterans prevention services and stuff, and donate 22 hours a day with them. To me, that would go a lot further than the 22 push-ups. Also want to talk about something else besides well. We're going to be doing an episode, a podcast on the SHARP or the SARP. Sometimes, if some of you guys may have heard of SHARP, and in fact, they're doing an investigation right now. A five-person panel has been sent down to Fort Hood to start looking at the whole the climate, what they call the commander's climate, see exactly what's going on. Since so many murders and a couple of assaults that we know of. And so, to try to provide some information and context, we're going to have a podcast that's going to actually introduce you to the SHARP program. SHARP being the Sexual Harassment Assault Response Program, or the SAP, which is the Sexual Assault Prevention Coordinator or program. And so we're going to have two of our guests who are actually SHARP or SARC coordinators. Candace O'Neill, who's out of Army MedCom's SAP or SARC Response Coordinator, and Anita Anderson, who's out of Belgium. So you're going to have a really good chance. And of course, our tribe's going to be there. Our normal tribe for MST will be, Lakeisha Houston, D'Amica Jackson, and then Geyser, who will also be able to ask some questions to the SHARP representatives, especially Lakeisha, who's in the active duty side, because a lot of times the SHARP is only available on military installations for active duty. So we don't have one like that on the veteran side, but we have that on the DoD side. And Lakeisha will ask some questions. D'Amica used to be a primary in a former life in the Army. She used to be a SHARP coordinator as well. And then Lynn Geyser, who's also be known as women veterans. So that'll be on the 24th of August, 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. We will have a Zoom podcast, and we'll have also a Facebook Live, Zoom and Facebook Live throughout the days. We'll give you information on what to do and who to see and how to get a chance to watch this. Share this, let everybody know what's going on, that we get some education, because we have our part we have to play when it comes to sexual assault, and that's my role. Veterans Council role, our role is to educate, advocate for the sexual assault that's been going on lately, that still continue. We got to do something about it, and we're gonna highlight it. We're gonna bring people on so you guys know what's really going on for the Veterans Council veteran. That's our role. What's gonna be your role when it comes to sexual assault? You need to think about that. Also coming up, we're gonna have what I call meet the sponsors or meet our sponsors. We want you guys to know some people who are responsible for our Veterans Council veterans being able to have these podcasts and that, because everybody in Veterans Council veterans, including myself, we're not paid. It's a strictly volunteer of veterans and spousal veterans who really care about the veteran community and their family. And I want you guys in the next couple of days get a chance to meet our sponsors. Our first sponsor you're going to meet will be Enrique Acosta Gonzalez, who's the CEO and founder of Tri Leadership Solutions. And he'll be on tomorrow, the 18th of August at 11 o'clock. So you get a chance to see why he thinks it's important to provide sponsors for people like us, and also some of the things he may do that include the economy. So Again, tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we're going to meet one of our sponsors, Triad Leadership Solutions. We're also meeting throughout the week. You're meeting some more of ours, American Legion, SOF Missions, um, and wellness, Tampa Counseling and Wellness. So those are things that are going on as well. Okay, my time is up. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update, a rundown what's going on Veterans Council and Veterans for the week of August, and you'll be hearing more about it today. So again, tomorrow we're going to have one of our sponsors on from the Triad Leadership Solutions, and then on Wednesday and on Friday we have a CEO update, and we have a podcast that will be addressing or educating you on what the SHARP does for the Army when it comes to sexual assault and response thing. And that'll be on 24th of August, 4 p.m. Eastern time. You'll be seeing it on Zoom, and you'll be seeing it on Facebook Live. If you want, please share our Facebook page so everybody knows when our stuff comes on. They can watch it, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which will also show up as well. Okay, this is Tony Williams from Veterans Council and Veterans. Hope you guys have a great Monday. And guess what? Tomorrow's Tuesday, and this is Tony Williams out.